Okay.
I spend a lot of time drawing or writing, and then on the computer I spend some time emailing, and then maybe a little bit of research here and there. And after that, I just want to get up and stand up, you know, and fidget or do something. And I just can't. I can't read too much on there. If something is really terrific and somebody says go online and read this, I'll take a look. But mostly, I'm still that kind of person, and I think there are a lot of us out there, but there won't be for long. I think I'm still that kind of person who's going to wait for the book. I'm like, oh, I'll wait for the book, because I understand. Because I understand the book. I understand the finality of it. I'm like, okay, this is the story they want to present me, and I don't have to click or wait. You know. So I sort of wait for the book a lot of times. But if somebody says, go check this out, it's online, it's great, I'll check it out, but I can't really remember the last time that's happened.
I could definitely appreciate wanting the book. It's like this old, almost like an old school kind of classic mentality, just wanting to read it in a book instead of just going online and just clicking around and then reading like a tidbits of a story or anything like that.
You know, I mean, I think it'll get to the point, and I don't think it's that I'm, maybe it is, but I don't think it's that I'm old-fashioned. It's just that I think the particular technology isn't that fun yet. Like, I think if I have something closer to like the Kindle, say, that Amazon thing, that's good with graphics and instantaneous and a little faster, I think I'll check things out. But right now, I just hate staring at the screen for that long, and you know, I like to read like this rather than like this.
Right.
And, you know, so, and I'm, you know, and what am I going to do on an iPhone? I'm kind of like, so I don't know. So I mean, I hope it's not a reluctance to appreciate a new medium. It's I don't know. It's just right now the technology kind of bugs me.
Yeah, that's fine.
But it'll change. It'll be fine. And again, if I hear there's a great story out there, I'll go check it out. But I don't go trolling around for it. For the great work. It's because there's so much out there that it's hard to really get a beat on. And after a while, it's like, oh, I've sat in front of this computer for like way too long, and I've read 3 pages of good comics. It's like, that was not worth it.
There's a lot of crap out there.
Somebody needs to tell me what to read.
Well, how much, this might be a stupid question, but how much of your day to day, how much comics is most, like, how you deal with comics most of the day? You're either writing comics or reading comics, or you're always doing something comics related every day, right? There's not like a day that goes by where you just like, I don't really feel like doing anything about comics today.
Yeah, that's kind of a fault of mine, I think. At least my other friends and like peers, you know, if they don't have a family, which will change that we'll change that dynamic very fast.
Yeah.
They're capable of like going to the beach or maybe reading a book. All day. Like, I mean, I read all the time, but I read on the subway and stuff. But they'll be like, no, I just took the day off and read whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't possibly do that. But part of that's due late. Although I've always been very dedicated and really disciplined. Part of it is due to the fact that I've changed into comic strips in the past few years, and that is just a relentless deadline. So I always feel like I have to be doing something towards that. So yeah, in general, I often writing, coloring, drawing, inking, penciling. Yeah, I wish I read more comics. Haven't been reading a lot of comics lately. I like look at a lot of the pictures and I sort of sort out what I like about what's being transmitted visually and what's working visually, but I haven't been too thrilled with comics lately. Like I read them, I'm like, oh, that was pretty good. But I get not excited if they're just pretty good, and then so I haven't been reading a lot lately. But I've always been that way. I've always been obsessed with like producing work, and it's kind of to my detriment. Like I should slow down a little bit and not be so productive maybe. But yeah, in general, my free time is like, it's not even free time, but my time is spent if I'm not teaching or doing whatever else, other things I have to do. I'm drawing or writing or I said it before, inking, coloring, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, what's the most